P4 number 90. This thing has a lot of x's everywhere. The nice thing is that we have a bunch of multiplications and we don't have any addition or subtraction happening inside of the multiplications. So what we can do is we can multiply our x cubed times our 4x to the negative 1/2 and our 3x squared into our x to the negative 3/2, and then use the fact that we can add exponents to simplify our life a little bit on the top. So if we do x cubed times 4x to the minus 1/2, well, the 4 doesn't have anything to multiply, so that's just going to be 4. We're going to have an x, and I'm going to do this explicitly. We're going to have an x to the 3 minus 1/2 in our exponent, right? Multiplication in the base becomes addition in the exponents. 3 plus a negative 1/2 is 3 minus 1/2. Our other term, the 3 doesn't have anything to multiply. The fact that it's negative and the other thing is positive means it stays negative. And we're going to have an x to the 2 minus 3/2 on top. And we still have our x to the 6th happening on the bottom. All right, now what we can do is we can add up our exponents. 3 minus 1/2 is 5/2. 3 is 6/2 minus 1/2. That's 5/2, right? So we can do 4x to the 5/2 minus 2 minus 3/2 is a 1/2, so this is 3x to the 1/2 all over x to the 6th. Now, again, we have, we can kind of simplify this a little bit by the fact that we have 5/2 is the same thing as 2 plus 1/2. Right? We can break our x to the 5/2 into x squared times x to the 1/2 minus 3 times x to the 1/2 all over x to the 6th. Okay. So what we can do is we can do x to the 1/2 is a square root of x. We can pull that bad boy out. We can write our 4x squared minus 3 is left over, right? If I pull out the x to the 1/2 in each thing, which is our square root of x, right, what's left over, we have a 4x squared in this term, we have a minus 3 left in that term, and we're still over x to the 6th. Right? So this is simpler. Personally, I would leave it in this form. It's all of the pieces are right there. We have to worry about x being 0 on the bottom. We have to worry about x being negative inside the square root. Right? So this is going to be true for x greater than 0, and we're good. And that's the way I would leave it.